You're watching the Experience Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
Hi everybody, it's Miss Jen, and this is What's in the Box? Our fun show where, magically, things from boxes show up, and we gotta find out what's neat in them. In this case, we have a really cool, this was a box that one of my customers brought in, and he says, guess what's in this box? And I was like, Reebok shoes? And then my brain was like, please be the Buck Stompers from Alien, but they weren't. But they had other cool things in it, which are piled up there on the rack for you guys. And I have a bunch of like really interesting random comic books from the back stock, so you guys can enjoy digging through those with us. All right, we're going to take a second to do a push and come right back and get into this stuff. See you in a second.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box?
Hi, everybody. I feel like I'm way too close to the camera, and you can only see the part of my head. Oh, I know why. I aimed it down a little bit today because I wanted to do a bottom row. That's what's happening. I hope everybody's having a good day today and isn't melting. Our store is hotter than the sun inside, but that's just par for the course when it's so hot. Many, many days in a row. Everyone stays safe out there. I was really hoping we were supposed to have rain tonight. What do you think? What's the likelihood we're actually going to get said rain?
We had rain over my neck of the woods earlier today.
Where's your neck of the woods? Like north?
Magnolia. So, yeah.
Okay. So it's already rained somewhere, so boo.
Well, I think there's like another band coming down from Huntsville, so.
Just as long as it doesn't rain when we're trying to load up the truck. All right, so, hey, Triple B! It's hot in SLC. What's SLC? I'm trying to figure out. Oh, Salt Lake City. 100. Yeah, you guys are, is Salt Lake City like high desert? Is it mountain? What do you guys have mostly up there? So the thing I'm excited about this week is it's Comic Palooza here in Houston. It's a long running convention that, just like all other conventions, is trying to come back strong after COVID shut it down for a little while. So when pandemic hit, not now. So we're getting ready to load in tomorrow. Tomorrow's all load in day at the show, and no public in to the sales floor, so we're going to try real hard to make it just as pretty as it can be and have the best stuff. Oh, just mountains. Okay. I don't know why I asked that, because I have a friend that lives there, and totally mountains. You're right. Hello from Virginia. Everyone, we should give shout outs for where people are living. That's awesome. We're here in Texas, which is also known as, I don't know, what's the hottest kind of sun? Blue something.
It's either like the blue or the white one, I think.
Yeah.
Because ours is, I think, like either on the lower scale or it's medium heat.
Oh, it is. It's so bad. Like, we just have a yellow sun. It's such a weakling. But it probably means it won't die anytime soon. Your landlord had central air installed last week. Oh, baby. Josh has got central air. Send it over. I feel kind of guilty because this back room, this little room we use for broadcast, is actually nice and cool. So I felt guilty today about being like, I got to go back and draw out my schematics for the booth that we're going to build.
Not gonna lie, the live show days are like my favorite days. It's like,
You get to come back here where it's
nice.
nice. But still, I don't know why I still feel like it's freezing compared to out there, but I still feel cold. Okay, let's get going. So as part of my lead in today, I mentioned, yes, Senzo Gonzo, that one of my sweet customer who we've been selling some of their comic books the last few weeks, brought me this cool box. He basically made me guess what's in it, which of course I guessed that it was the awesome Bug Stomper high tops from Alien, which is not. Blah, blah. It's the right style box. It was instead Phase 1 tennis shoes. No. But it is a bunch of these awesome things. So you guys decide you want to get into the muscles, let me know. Otherwise, they'll just hang it here and mock us. But we're going to do comic books. Muscle Man, I know, right? If you guys want to get into Muscle Man, just let me know and we'll start going through them. I've got them essentially in bundles of 10 for $30, which is looks like the normal price for them online. And I haven't gone through them to see what the rares are or anything, so there's likelihood that you'll get rare. And you don't have to do it blind either. I'll show you each thing in the box, in the bag, so you can make a decision if you want that bag or not. Okay, so let's get into the comics. You still have yours? Well, I'm just gonna throw this on the floor. Okay, here we go. These Vampire the Masquerade #1s are beautiful and written by Tim Seeley and benefit our charity that we support, Nourishment for the Needy. So everything we've got today is just going to be cover price or whatever it has on it. I'm not going to change anything about them. So if they've gone up in price, they've gone up in price, and that's great. So these are a whole $3.99 for Vampire the Masquerade. It's called Winter's Teeth. It's a really great offering from Vault. But then also at cover price, I've got the David Mack variants of the Vampire the Masquerade. You guys are seeing my bulk back stocks. That's why there's a lot of them. They're just like stashed away for a rainy day. And then I've got this #1 variant. Also just cover price. And that's all Vampire Masquerade versions of #1 I've got. Okay, I swear that a thumbnail got picked up like they announced it, but I just stuck these away, and prices are the prices, so you guys can get what you want. So I've got a thumbnail #1. This one is the foil variant. Those are just 10. These are really pretty. And a thumbnail was horror. You gotta like yourself some horror books. And then a thumbnail had, you didn't get yours from last week? I swore I took a picture of it. I'll send it to you afterwards. I'm sorry, Brandon. I mean, I totally am looking at it right now. And yours was the last one I sent yesterday, I thought. My bad, sorry. Okay, which one do you want, Alf Cat McGee?
Surprise me.
Ooh, I'm going to give you.
Yeah, especially if they're all the same person.
I always like the David Mack.
Yeah.
That makes sense for you, absolutely.
What's it fun?
Chip! You cool gamers in the house! Okay, you can continue on the story here with the thumbnail #2. And all of the thumbnails had also a B cover that was really pretty. And these are all just cover price, $4. Then for #3, I only have the B cover. So you at least get 1, 2, and 3. And then for 6, I've got both A and B. 7 and 8. So you really only have to hunt down just one of them. This is like this. This was one of those books, no lie. This issue specifically was banned by Amazon.
Oh.
And then they had to change the cover for the one that was released on Amazon. So you've got a banned cover on this one. You only have one copy of that bad boy. And let's see if these made it safely to the ground like they always do. Yep, perfect. Then I've got the A cover for #1. If you don't want to have the metallic-y one. Oh my goodness, it's a train. Another book that, so what we do whenever they have returnability for comic books, we keep them and put a charity number on them so the money goes to Nourishment for the Needy. So that's what these are. Shadow Service from Vault Comics #1 you can get for that. The J glass of whiskey, actually. Oh, J Fire. Oh, I see what you're saying. Weird muscle figures originated in Japan. They were the toy line for, yep. I just looked this up because I was interested. It's Kikikuman, a manga from 1979. Yep. And premiered in Shonen Jump. Thanks, the Googles. Give that man a sticker for knowing the things, even if Google told him.
Where's the sticker?
Oh, way over here.
Oh.
Can you reach it from there? You want me to get, I can get up.
My T-Rex arms.
And then I've got the B cover for that book, Shadow Service #1. Now this cover I like a lot. It is a #1 also, but look, she's got stockings on, and they got the skull on the back. That's really cool. So there you go. There's 3 different versions. All of them go to charity if you buy them. And I have #2 also. All right, this is a cool Source Point book. I actually like this one. It's about a group of immortals that there's supposed to be 8 of them, and one of them dies, and then so this boy has been chosen. I think it was a boy, the little kid anyway, that gets chosen to take their place. But this immortal here takes this kiddo under her wing, but she really doesn't want there to be another immortal. So there's nefarious things going on here. So this is #1. Again, just $3 or $4. And then this beautiful 1B. Look at that. 1B. I'm trying to figure out who's crying in that, because that's the kid in the front. Maybe it's a different immortal. Because the one that's trying to get him isn't likely to be crying at all. In any positive way, at least. And then I've got it. #4. This was a cool series. It was popular enough we didn't end up with a whole bunch of them, but this is a cool variant. This is an Unkindness of Ravens by Boom Studios. This one, I think, #4, so it'd be kind of like one of those you'd have to go and find the rest of it for, but at least I've got this cool one. Are you the only one that liked Eternals the movie or the comic book? Oh, it's #2. It's the Raven variant #2. The movie. No, I liked it. What's so funny is that when the movie was over, like that first week, people came out of it saying they liked it. But I think people then look at it in terms of like matching it up against the other like really like hilariously funny ones like Ragnarok, or the more serious ones like Endgame, and they don't know really where to put this one. And those characters haven't shown up anywhere else either for us to kind of like give them connectedness to the rest of the universe, so that we don't know how to care for them. It's kind of like trying to get some kind of like feeling for or liking of Dr. Manhattan, because just like he doesn't care a bit about us, it's hard to care about him because he's so untouchable as a like can't identify as it, because his identifying characteristic is he just can't identify with humankind anymore. But he really liked it. Keeps telling me to watch it. I would say watch it with open, like, just don't let anyone's opinion of it color whether you like it or not. All right. Oh, remember this series making me crazy because there was never any numbers on the front. All right. Fear Case is an awesome book by Matt Kent, Tyler and Hillary Jenkins. This is a dark one where it was a case. Was this the one where if you inherited it, you had to pass it on to someone you hated, or it would go naturally to someone you loved? I think so. This one was one of those tough ones. This is #3. I like these covers with like the dark covers with the little skeleton guys on them. Then I have to look at the numbers on them. I'm going to write them on so I never have to do this again, because it's one of those design flaws. It's nice because it looks nice as a cover, because it doesn't have a lot of interference of like having numbers laying around on it. But it's not good because then I have to open it up every time someone asks me, what number is that one? So that was number 2. Oh, this pen is like not a happy pen. You guys let me know if you want me to get into the muscles. Just say you're ready to shop muscles and I'll open it up. Your case A for number 3.
I think buying a bag of those might be the only way I get muscles anytime soon.
I'm showing my muscles in hopes that the story, like the idea of the story goes through. There you go. There's a number 2, the one that matches those other awesome covers. This is a cool Franca Villa cover. Okay, now we're in number 1. So these are number 1 Franca Villa covers. Take a case of fear and 2 pints of general unease. Man, you're asking for the dark stuff today. Man, if this gets announced as a movie, we're going to be rolling in it. And I think there was an A, B, and C for fear case number 1. That's also number 1. Number 1. No, there's more than that. And number 1. All the number 1s. Looks like I can get you 1, 2, 3, and 4 of those dark, scary skull ones. These are tough to come by. This is Red 5 comics. These were a really cool story that's based on reality about this pilot that was from, I'm going to get it wrong, I'm going to say Russia, and then was picked up by another country to help come over and be an ace fighter pilot. And so she like really exists. It's called White Lily. Brandon, need a 4 for fear. Forward. I didn't have a 4, did I? 1, 2, 3. I said 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I guess I did not have, but just 1, 2. Yeah, I'm sorry. There's 1, 2, 3 there. There's no 4. I'm such a dope. There's White Lily number 1. We have number 2. And number 4. Another, I know, I'm sorry, Brandon, my bad. The Plot, another cool series, basically about a family that they inherit a plot of their family land that just happens to be on a swamp, and it's full of ghosts and spooky things. That, like, in the first issue, I think they one of them ends up in the swamp behind the house. That is number 3.
It feels like this must take place in Louisiana.
Maybe so, actually. It feels a lot like Anne Rice settings. There's 4.
In a swamp that's spooky, and it just feels like it has to be.
Mm-hmm. And then that one is number 6. Keep on forgetting to do what I said I was going to do, which is to write on there what number it is. I didn't think I had any of these left. This is X-Core number 1. This was this is all tied to Hickman. This is the business part of the Krakoans, where they basically, remember, they have kind of like a stronghold over the world. They said basically, acknowledge us as a sovereign nation, or we're going to deny you the right to these drugs that we can make with parts of Krakoa. And so this is them making their big pharma essentially in here. They're big pharma. There's number 1. Okay. For fans of Barnhart, this is, I want to call it Poop Show because that's what we've been calling it, or Shot Show. This is a cool Scout Comics book, and those tend to flare up, be hot. That one is the A cover. Again, these are all just cover price unless they're a variant here. And I do have a variant. This one is the exclusive. I think this one is CBSN exclusive. Yeah. CBSN logo made by my son. This is such a good job on them. What's so funny is it looks like Homelander here. Doesn't it look like Homelander? All right, so these are $15 books. I'll do them for $10. I have 1, 2. I think I've got 5 copies available at $10 for Poop Show. And then this one is the web store variant, or the retailer variant. It's probably retailer variant. That one's 10. Little dark cover. This one I need to read. I think I did not get to read the first one, and so I just haven't gone back and done a good job of catching up. There's number 2. Number 3. All right, my Scotty Young fans. I have got The Me You Love in the Dark, issue number 1. I don't know what print it is, so I should look.
I really like that too.
Yeah, just second print. So Scotty Young did this run of books. And we then sold out of all the other copies of it. Like, I don't think I have anything but number 1s right now.
We do have the trade.
You know, graphic novels out there.
Yeah.
And then this is awesome fun. If you like 8 Billion Genies, which is the one that just got picked up and everyone's all like crazy about, please give me copies, and I don't have any to give them. This is Curse Words number 1. It's a really funny third printing. That really is Charles Soule and Ryan Brown on the front cover. This is essentially what they looked like when they came to our store for the Wizard Van Tour. They were all dressed up when they came out of their van, they were a lot of fun. So if you wanted to read Curse Words, which is all about a wizard named Wizard, who is supposed, gets sent by a master like wizard named Syzygy to come to Earth and is supposed to destroy it, but he kind of likes it here, so he defects, and then the rest of the series just gets ridiculous. Curse Words, Brandon, and they're a whole $4 if you were wondering. You have as many of them as you want. Potage.
This would be a fun and simple cosplay.
Mm-hmm. Very easy. Oblivion Song number 19. I was poked by Kirkman and told me to get a bunch of these, and so I did. That is the first appearance of this half-face character here. If you're into Oblivion Song or expected to show up on TV at any time, this one might be that, you know, like the Michonne issue or whatever of Oblivion Song. So this is just cover price. I'm prepared in any case. This is an awesome book. Very cute, called Momo. It's a boom box book. So this one, if it says boom box, is appropriate for a lot of ages. So I might actually just go put this back out in the front. Make sure it says. Yeah, boom box. It's totally available for anyone that wants to read it. Momo number 1.
That was really neat.
I don't think it has a, like, every once in a while they'll have books that have the description of it on the back. No, it doesn't say. Oh, I'm sorry.
I think that's my number 1 complaint about comic books with Lakers. You just kind of have to go by the cover. It's like, oh, well.
Oh, here we go. I'm sorry, JD. I totally blew by our first break. It's my bad. All right. Another thing, like I'm pitching all this stuff to you guys like you just walked into my comic book shop and I'm showing you my favorite stuff. So there. I know. See? You lost it. You forgot it too. Mama has great artwork. Oh, Momo has great artwork. Yep. It is a good, clean art style. Kirkman's Die, Die, Die. Lord, I hope they make this. If you like the violence of The Boys and you want to add some politics to it, that's kind of what Die, Die, Die is like, but with no soups. It is literally about a bunch of assassins. There are, I'm not going to spoil anything, but there's more than one assassin that looks exactly like this dude. And there's one of them that loses their nose, I think, in the second issue. But it's really kind of, this character looks a lot like they were trying to make her look like Hillary. And that's probably what they were trying to say in here. But it's basically a lot of politicians trying to manipulate things by sending assassins after random people. Lots of violence. But the cool thing about the book, other than that, is that almost every single issue, they either changed this and had multiple ones, or they changed what the characters were saying. So you can get, there's like 10, I think, different covers. So this one says, "Who's next?" And this is, there's no one left. And then it says, "Making the world safe for 24-hour dry cleaners." I don't know who wrote with these, but it's pretty funny. This one says, "These guys bled all over the place. How rude of them." Think we got him? Yep. I'm Paul. I'm Nate. Buy it if you have any friends named Paul or Nate. This one says, "I'm not a fan of violence. A fan made out of violence sounds awesome." Says, "I hate this job sometimes. Wimp." I think that might be all of them. But anyway, there's cool ones. Are all just $4. Also, I found some like a stash of older books. I've got a bunch of really pretty copies of Death Blow #1 for $4 if you wanted to stick those away. And then I'm not real sure how in the world these didn't end up being sold. They're Darker Image #1s. This one even has a Max card in it. It's just $5. This is the first appearance of the Max, by the way. And Max has been announced, so you should get Darker Image. And don't feel sad about not having it. And I gotta put things down. Put new things up as we go here. I almost did a walk around show today, but that would have meant walking around in the hot. I wasn't real interested in doing that. I also have in here, the last thing in this box is Elsewhere #2s. If you just happen to need Elsewhere 2. Humming a song from our network. Oh, yes. All right. Hated to take these down from the rack, but this is going to make you guys winners today. So, Jeff Lemire has an amazing universe that he has built around the Black Hammer. Black Hammer, when you first find out about them in the series, he's dead, which is so funny that they've actually named a. What are you hunting for?
I don't know. I'm just trying to make it where it's easy to grab.
So the Black Hammer is dead when you first meet him. The rest of the team, which is all superheroes, kind of more like the boys, where they're kind of rough around the edges. They've been kind of like, I don't know, they feel trapped in this like farm outside of the big city that they used to be heroes for. And so a lot of the series deals with kind of like going backward in storytelling and telling you about the interactions they had before they got stuck there, or about them individually. And I swear, the first, I don't know how many issues, I cried because I was like, it's like I first met this character in this book. Why do I care? And I just could never get over every single time that he was going to make me cry about things. And they were really good. So So the thing that's neat about the Black Hammer is that it doesn't matter in what order you read any of the miniseries because they jump around in time so much. It really and truly doesn't matter where you go. So if you're worried about jumping into Black Hammer and think you have to find Black Hammer #1, you don't at all. And here's a good example. From the world of Black Hammer, he wrote this little mini series called Quantum Age, and that actually just jumps in and tells you stories about, I'm trying to remember if this goes back before them. It has Barbalian. Barbalian is one of my favorite characters. So I do have #1 for this part of the series. #2, that is Barbalian. #3. #4. All this jumps ahead. That's what's going on. I can't tell you who that is. There's a B cover for that one. And a 5. And yes, what you're seeing there is like some kind of armadillo, space armadillo, of course. Why not?
I think that's really cool that it really doesn't matter where you jump into that, because sometimes it can feel daunting, like, oh, you mean I have to start at the beginning?
Mm-hmm. Brandon wants one of each Quantum Age. I'm gonna hand that to you because you're the best at it. Okay. Now, this one, I'm sad that I don't have individual issues for because it is one of my favorite ones because this one's called Sherlock Frankenstein and the Legion of Evil. Sherlock Frankenstein is one of the bad guys that they encounter, but this is kind of a love story. So you get to read about a love story that he goes through. And so it makes him more like a sympathetic bad guy. You might also cry at this one. But I only have a #4 of this, but if it sounds cool to you, I totally have the graphic novel out front. I keep all the graphic novels for this series in stock all the time. And then Colonel Weird is another really bizarre character because when you first meet him in the first part of the series, he's actually kind of like lost out into space as some kind of celestial being. He's like a ghost, but he still can interact with people. It's a really odd thing, but once you get to know him, you love him. All right, Quantum Age. But I have 3s and 4s. The 3 is really pretty cover. There's 4. But again, I do have that as a trade paperback out front. Age of Doom. I'm trying to remember when Age of Doom fits. So he's a space ... ghost, kind of. And Black Hammer Age of Doom deals with this person. I think her name is Lucy. I'll go ahead and spoil it for you. Like, you find out that Black Hammer has a daughter who plays a big part in the rest of the story, whether you're going forward or backward in time. So that's why she's important. So that is #3. There's a #4. And #5, there's her in space. And #6. So there's the Captain Weird right there. Also, Dr. Star in the Kingdom of the Lost Tomorrows, another excellent character. It's like, you see, there's like a person on their deathbed in this one. I've got 2s and 3s here. This one was so popular that we don't have but one of them. It's Skulldigger. Skeleton Boy. That one's #6. And then if you're looking for some LGBTQ, sorry, I just messed that up, content, I'm trying to think before I'm talking here, but the character isn't necessarily human. I don't know what do you call that? If it's like, he's in love with another boy alien, but it's not, I don't know how you get there, but it's a really good storyline. That's Barb Alien Red Planet #2, 3, 4, there's his love. Oh, it's also a human too. I forgot about that. It's a human. And 5.
So it's an alien that's in love with a human?
Yes. Here comes the rain. It's called something, but I don't know what it's called. Interspatial.
I feel like maybe like a xenosexual.
Oh, and an X. We're gonna add an X.
Yeah.
And then Black Hammer Visions. This one's written by Patton Oswalt. That one's number 1. And then Jeff Johns writes number 2. I mean, just Jeff Johns, no big deal. Pansexual, I like that. That's a good one. That will work.
Yeah, no, that would definitely work.
Number 5 is written by Kelly Thompson. And then 7 was written by Cecil Castellucci. So you can see this one. This series went kind of fun. All far afield for everyone did a different one. What? Oh, you like what Alfie said? Xenosexual.
That's what you become when you play Two Look Mass Effect.
Is that what goes on?
And, I mean, you're a human and you're falling. Like, there's a lot of love stories, love interests that you can have, but a lot of the good ones are aliens, I think.
He has an attraction to kitchen implements. No. All right, this looks like a good place to take a break because it's raining real hard. It's loud. So we're gonna take our break. We were supposed to take it the 18 minutes after the hour. We're gonna not take another break until the top of the hour. So let's do it now, and then we'll come back and we'll have fun.
Thanks for tuning into The Experience. Help us out and hit subscribe over on YouTube and click the bell when you do. Need some help? Scan the QR code in the bottom corner.
To be continued. 3 little words that hold the secret to the next great story. 3 words that will thrill you, confound you, give life to new possibilities. Every variation of To Be Continued is a promise of adventure, a promise of excitement, a promise of unseen wonders and unexplored worlds. A promise that every issue you read makes you a part of a never-ending journey, and behind every page there will be an unopened door waiting for you. This story to be continued at your local comic book shop today. Visit comicshoplocator.com today.
Everybody, and welcome back. We took a little break because it was raining real hard outside. I couldn't hear anything. So, all right, we're getting into a really cool book. I was just telling Alfie that I thought that maybe this was one of those books that are like, well, let's put all the ideas we ever had together and see if it makes magic. And in this case, I think it did. This is Engine Word. This is another awesome book from Vault Comics. This one has a bunch of genre to put in it. It's post-apocalyptic, Zodiac inspired, science fiction mystery.
With a female lead.
Yeah, it's got a female lead. So if all of those things together appeal to you. Oh, and this happens in a future where Earth is
Earth is long forgotten.
Yeah, Earth. No one remembers Earth at all. So there's what number one looks like. You can actually make a run of this. I have a run, so.
And apparently there's godlike celestials that like rule in absolute, and they
That's
rule
it.
with brutal efficiency.
There you go. There's the Celestials. That's another number one variant. These are all cover price. I know that I haven't said that in a little while. I want to make sure that everyone knows. There's your female lead. That's still the number one. I've got number 2, number 3, number 4, different color, number 4, number 5. Oh, I'm missing a 6. Number 7, number 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. I like that they have like this uniformity in those covers. These look cool on a wall together, right? Cool. They're like half a face. So there you go. I've got a full run, missing just the number 6 if people wanted to have a run of a multi-genre awesome book. Immortal comes down.
Definitely something that, well, along with most things that we see on the show, that's definitely going on my read list, but definitely higher up.
When we get to the end up here, I'm going to get into the muscles because I'm feeling some of y'all might be here for such things. This is a book that was cool enough that we sold all the other ones. Hey, Hatch! Reaver number 9, if you need to pick up that. I have A Man Among Ye number 1. This one is the second print, really tiny print run. Hey, Guillermo, how you doing? Glad to see you. Hope everyone's having a good day. We just are in the middle of a rainstorm, which we needed so badly. In all the ways. Oh, I love this series. Oh, we have a bunch too. Oh, we'll make lots of people happy. Okay. I'm having a cooler day now. It was so hot today. I'm going to go backwards. And again, a lot of these books, if I haven't mentioned it while everybody's been on, have been marked for charity. So when you're buying them, you are supporting our local food bank. That's what we do to all books that have returnability associated with them. So we make sure to get everybody hooked up. Okay, here we go. They hooked up with a video game? I totally didn't know that at all. All right, here we go. Giga. If you like giant mech, you just would love this series. This one is the homage cover. Of course, just $4. Well, this is your day, Guillermo. We have a lot of non-Marvel DC on the board. I think this is the A for Giga number 1. Reminds me a lot of Pacific Rim. There's B. I think I remember this one now. I do remember this one. There are a bunch of giant mechs that showed up long ago, and they have since stopped functioning. They just kind of sat down wherever they were, and they don't know whether they're dead or whatever, but humans live in them now, like their houses, but they kind of worship them as a religion, so they're respectfully living inside of them.
Oh, that sounds really cool too.
Mm-hmm, I know. There's a bunch of good books. There is number 2. And you see our main character, one of them is in a wheelchair. And then that's her friend, I think. Those are all number 2s also. And then I have number 4.
I think at this point I have to accept the fact that I will never make a dent in my reading list. It's just gonna keep growing.
You just have to like write down. I mean, you're doing the right thing. You're writing down things that are interesting to you. You can go back to them if you ever want to.
Yeah, and I purposely I downloaded when I started working here, I downloaded an app to keep track of ones that I'm reading, ones that I need to read, ones that I've read.
Oh, perfect. All right. So we're gonna get into the vintage muscles. This is all stuff from 1979 or ish in there. They all look brand new. So these are a collection that was put into this shoebox and then looks like never played with. So you can tell what era they came out because it's got the Reebok shoes. I am selling these. There's bindles of 10 and they're $3 each for the figures. So it's $30 for the little bindle. If you look online, that's about right. And I haven't culled them for variants or anything. So if it has a super rare variant and it's worth $600, then it's you. I just don't know what to call them to look them up, and it would take me the rest of my life. So this bindle's got that guy. This is technical. A lot of them look like wrestlers, by the way, but then they've got other things in here. There's a robot-looking dudes. And that guy looks like a wrestler dude. This one is a 6-arm man. I thought it was the super rare $600 one, but he's holding his arms differently than that really expensive guy. So I don't know if it's the same guy in a different pose or what. 74 in LA. Well, I hope it stays that way for San Diego Comic-Con next week. This guy looks like the Iron Sheik a little bit. Ooh. Another cool wrestler. I like this robot man. And lizard dude.
I don't think I'd dig on a robot with human hands.
What, you think it's human hands?
Well, from where I'm sitting, that's what it looks like.
They're like jointed like robot man hands.
Okay.
So you guys tell me, are we going through more of these or am I boring you? Yawn. Let me know. I feel like we should start some like wrestling trivia or something, since either wrestling or like manga. I won't really answer to any of them that you say because I don't know either of those two things. By the way, don't freak out if you see me at Comic Palooza. I will be wearing makeup, which you guys have never seen me in. So I like to look pretty for the public. Not that you're not the public, but you're like family. You're family public. Look at I just noticed that my hair is sticking up because I'm wearing a mask most of the day. My hair gets all kinds of crazy. All right, I'll show this bag, and then if you guys don't want to look at it anymore, just let me know. There is that guy. He looks like Hulk Hogan. This guy's got a mohawk. Cool to see him like these. Get this guy's interesting. He's like, he has his head off. He's made that way, and it's kind of like dangling off a chain. I don't know what to call this guy. Looks like fencing a little bit. That guy's got a flat head. Looks like Beastman. It could be Beastman. I know they made He-Man versions of these, so someone wanted to separate them out. They did. Look, what is this? This guy's like a ringer. I guess it makes sense for wrestling.
Maybe that was his name.
The ringer. This guy's a devil man. He's saying, yo. All right. Looks like everyone's yawning so big. You know me, I just throw things up here in case you like it. Okay, AWA has some neat books. If you aren't reading AWA, I highly recommend that you do. This one was popular enough that we sold most of them through. I can't believe actually that we have any number ones. This is one called Erratic. It's a lot of fun. If you like Spider-Man and or Nightcrawler, then you will like this. Muscle Men are $30 for the whole bag of 10 that I'm showing. $30. So they're just $3 a piece. I just put them in bundles of 10.
It is cheaper than going to the gym to get some muscles.
That's true. You don't have to go back in time either. And there is 5 of 5, which is a really nice cover. I think we're gonna have to swim the car now. Boom. Steve Gall just said that he loved Nomad, the one that just released from, that's a new company called Hero Quest. I think I have like a preview one over here somewhere. This one is a book that we waited forever for. They actually solicited Fight Girls by Frank Cho really early on. I think I actually saw pages of this when they hadn't launched the company officially yet. But I have Fight Girls number 2 and number 5 if you're trying to hunt either of those down. And it literally tells you what the book's about on the front. 10 women, 4 challenges, 1 crown. Winner rules the empire. Poop show. Show of hands. Is anybody here going to be at Comicpalooza? Oh, here we go. Got some good TMNT. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 114. That's A and B. And then I've got number 99, which is like a prestige format. Is that my coffee? No. And Part of City at War. This one is number 98, I believe. Let me look. Yep. 98. City at War is the storyline that you end up with Jenna cut out of. I know which Nomad you want, doll. Can't believe no one went to buy X-Core. That was an awesome story. I should go put this out on the floor after the show if no one takes it. I've got some Miles Morales Spider-Man. This is number 12. Took these down because they wouldn't fit on our rack anymore, but now I've got space. I can open them up. Number 14. Everything's cover price, by the way. I didn't change anything. Number 19, which you clearly see the Miles clone. And number 22, which is sweet, this budding romance. What comes down? This one that's up high. Scarlet Morales. Are you saying what it's called? I also have Avatar, Sootsie's Path number 4, in case you're missing it. This is a fun series called Hidden Society. I think they had a bunch of series of this. He's got his own Scarlet Spider-Man now. Oh. There is an A and a B for number 1 there for Hidden Society.
was actually kind of planning on going to Comicpalooza.
Yeah?
Yeah, he was, but then Adam Cole, one of the wrestlers he wanted to meet, dropped out.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad because if he had gone and met Adam Cole and Adam Page, I would have been a little upset. I was like, I didn't meet him though. Where are you?
Ah. You'd be jealous.
Yeah.
From DC Black Label, another good Jeff Lemire book. This one is Sweet Tooth: The Return, number 5. Hidden Society A. All right, I'm going to figure out which one is A. I'm just going to count this one as A. Is this one the one you want, Brandon? I can check to make sure that that's A. I called it A, which is what you probably, yep, that's A. Ta-da. All right, we can take a trip down nostalgia lane. This is Wonder Twins. This is going to be backwards because this is the way it came off the rack. So Wonder Twins, number 12, 11, 10, 8, 6, 5. Gina's a shark. That's funny. 5B. Number 4, Form of a Cold Shower. What's this? 4B. 3. That Gleek looks super scary, by the way. 3B. Then I have number 1s. I heard rumor that they decided not to include the Wonder Twins into the Justice League.
I could believe it.
Like, why would they do that? It's like the one thing you need because the rest of those guys are all fuddy-duddies and no fun.
Well, I think it's because typically, at least, if we're talking like cinematic and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the DC universe tends to be more on the serious side for the most part, cinematically, and having the Wonder Twins in it would be kind of jarring.
Maybe so. Unless they made them a little more serious,
That
I
would
guess.
be my logic.
Were they too OP, overpowered? Maybe. You can make whatever you want. Future State, Kara Zor-El. Superwoman, number 1. That's the variant B. And then I've got Legends of the Dark Knight, number 1B. Snyder's universe is too edgy.
Yeah. Honestly, I would really like I think it would be fun if DC did some camp stuff. Like there's something goofy and silly or
Well, they did. They got themselves some Suicide Squad.
Well, I
That
know.
was hilarious.
Yeah. I want more of that.
You want more of the Suicide Squad and King Shark?
Yeah.
Remember, take that with you. Ooh. Some more AWA Upshot for you guys. Again, we're going to go backwards here. This one is Man's World. I think they put a bunch of dudes on an island and make them fight. I think that's what it is. I'll look at the beginning one and see if that's right. That one's number 4. I mean, I'd watch it. 3, 2, and 1. It says this planet has its own law and they just broke it. Fight. Oh, and this is a Diodato variant number 1. Okay, Josh says after the Schumacher Batman movies, I think WB execs are still scared from camp. Yeah, that makes sense.
I see what you mean, and I totally get that. I feel like each kind of Batman movie or DC movie has its own special place.
Yep. All right. This book is exactly what it says on the cover. It is Casual Fling. where things aren't the way they seem. Number 2, that was 1, sorry, 1, 2, and I got 4. And the storm is finished. Huzzah! I was like, why do I not have enough room in this box? Take things down, and I got a whole wall full of stuff. All right, it is time for a break. We'll take a break and come back right after this.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.
Imagine being at a convention and going to an interview panel that's just for you. No bustling crowds, no hours-long lines, just you, the moderator, and your favorite comic book creators. Well, this is pretty much that. Miss Jen sits down every week with 2 comic book creators for a live stream interview about their latest work, and you can ask them whatever you want. It's Talking Shop, Mondays at 5 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit comicshoplocator.com to find a store near you.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box?
You know what? I'm glad we did the show this way because I don't know what's in the box. That makes it more fun for me. If I've already looked at them once, I'm like, did I just price this one and put it out, or am I seeing it for the first time? I don't know. This is way more fun to see it like this. It's like, ooh, magic. Apparently, a bunch of Musclemen are in the box. Yeah, I took them down because no one wanted Musclemen. But if you're interested, Forrest, I got Musclemen. Okay. AWA Upshot put this cool book series out called Year Zero. And it is basically each issue is its own zombie tale. So you don't have to have individual issues. You don't have to have the whole series. Just pick up the ones that look cool to you, I guess. And I can't remember. I think that Benjamin Percy sent these to us. This is 2 autographed number 1s. And I think this is actually in development, but I think it is. So there's number 1 signed. Those are 20. You'll take Muscle Men, but not the toys. Wah, 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 macho man. Brandon. All right, number 3. Look at this. They're having a nice picnic, and there's a zombie on fire walking by. There's number 4, where they're just tending their sheep in Africa, but there's a plane flying out of the sky. And then they had a second volume that they put out. So there's volume 2, number 1. Number 4. Let me see. There are zombies tearing up lions that are tearing up zombies. And then number 5. come to Hawaii where we will eat you. So Jeff, I have them broken down into little bindles of 10, and they're $30 for the set of 10. They're just random in there. I'm happy to show you what's in the bindle that you might get. If you want to just choose one randomly, I can do that. So they're $3 a piece. It's about what they're online, and these are super clean. They're not janky ones that someone played with and got beat up. These are like, they look brand new. And then I have a total of 226 men. So I've got 22 bindles plus a little bag of 6. So if you wanted to talk about a deal for all of them, I'm happy to do that. And I have not looked through them for like the variants or anything. I don't know. Hey, we made a love match. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so here's Crimson Flower number 1. This is not one that I read, so I apologize. I can't tell you. It looks like in this number 1's cover, I'm just going to make up what the story is about based on what I see here. That DNA chain there is made out of pills, so they've figured out a way to change the DNA of this person and made her a warrior by giving her pills. I'm just guessing. I have no idea. If that's true, I'm going to laugh. There's the B cover. And then Crimson Flower 2. And then 2B. Okay. Yes. I know you guys like this book. The difference is probably most of you guys got them. But if you did not, I have Spy Island number 1. It's a Bermuda Triangle mystery, but it also involves spies. Again, this is all just cover price. I also have Bill and Ted Are Doomed number 1. But I only have one of those. I found a Hidden Society number 2 in here. Now I gotta find out what the number 1 is. So put it back with it. And Dragon Age Dark Fortress number 2. That's a BioWare project. Taking a ride down. I got that for you, Brandon. Uh-oh. Trying to knock things over, of course. And the box just took a dive. I have also Avatar Tusi's Path number 3 and number 4. Which I feel like I had another number 4 cover right there, which I do. And then Avatar The Next Shadow number 3. Is anyone like excited for the Avatar films? I feel like the video that they've got out there is really pretty. And the music is really nice.
I've got a personal claim against Avatar so much.
Really?
I really don't like it.
Well, then it is not appealing to you. Now, I don't know if I'll like it as much without Sigourney Weaver, but Heist is another fun series, fun story out of Vault. It's essentially exactly what it says: Heist or How to Steal a Planet. This one is number 8. Likelihood we'll find other ones in these boxes is pretty high. Ah, here we go. It just got separated. Here's also in this box number 7. Also from Vault Comics, this is Devil's Red Bride. Where is it? Yes, I would. So Brandon is showing everybody how to make offers on the show. I'm totally open to all offers as long as they're not ridiculous. So for example, if it's a $20 book and you offer me $5 for it, I'm going to say, ha, that's funny. That's more than I paid more for that. So just keep in mind, I still have costs I gotta keep in check, but that is a perfect offer. Well played. So the Devil's Red Bride is got 3 different covers for number 1 here. There's number 1B, number 1C, and I'm probably wrong about which one's A, B, and C, but I've got all 3 covers there for the A, for the number 1, sorry. I hear happy kids out there. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. This is a series called No One's Rose. Basically, there are people that are plant-based in this book, which are fighting to be seen as, equal to human peoples. And it has lots of other things going on, but that's at its heart what they're doing. One Earth, they're trying to share the planet. But I don't have a number 1, but I've got number 2. I've got 2 covers for it. And then I've got 3, 4, 5. So everything but number 1 here. And my turtles are coming down. This is just a 2-part series that I have the first part for. It's from the Tales from the Outerverse, Koja Karu the Skinner. That's all the characters. There's a giant bat in there, yo. Miles Morales comes in. I have Sergio Aragonés, Gru meets Tarzan, number 1. It's interesting. I guess that kind of makes sense because Gru was wearing things that look like he's from the jungle, and he's a jungle companion, which is like a dog with spots. Oh, yes, sweetheart. I should have known that you would have wanted to see them. Give me a second. I'll show them again real fast. No one should get between Rel and his cool TMNTs. Boop. Boop. Oh. Yeah, I'm just knocking down Miles Morales stuff. Okay, so I've got 98, 99. They're all just cover price. 114 and a 114B. That was the turtles that were in that batch. I have a Tales from Harrow County, number 1. For fans of Harrow County. And a reminder that Grendel's heating up. They've got the show all done. Oh, cool. Got it. I actually found something you didn't have. That's crazy, Rel. Went too far. There's all your treasures. Okay. Then I've got Grendel, number 5 of 8. I've got 2 different covers here. And number 8 of 8. Matt Wagner still doing his own character after all these years. Whoa, dude. Can you guys hear those kids? Far Cry, Rite of Passage, number 2. Someone's having a birthday. All right. This was a cool series about some parents that went back to visit their old, elementary school. And while they're there, they talk about this, old rumor or what would you call that? Legend that there was like a kid that was killed at the school long ago. And so there is actually something underneath this stage of their, you know, like when you had like the main room, the cafeteria, there was always a stage in there. That's when I grew up, they did that. So this kind of is like, it's scary because then they have to deal with what's under there. So there's number 1. And then this is that one's a beat one. I don't like that one. Then I've got the retailer incentive Scarlet Hood number 1. That one's just $10. Then it's on to the variants. All right, Chris, just send me your list and I'll see if I can get you filled anywhere. Number 3. Okay, number 4. Ooh, there's a thing reaching out from underneath the stage. You can see him. Woo! Score! And Dark Interlude is the second series. Oh, they are in. They're in here. I think. Yeah. So Fearscape was the first series that dealt with this character that's in this book, who's named Henry, who is a writer who is kind of like in charge of this really famous writer, like doing like edits for him and stuff like that. But this guy really wants to be like more elevated in his position, I guess. So in that series, the famous one dies, and Henry steals his unpublished novel, and I'll let you find out what happens after that. But that one's really good. It's written like if you ever like really flowery language, because it's written from the point of view of Henry. So it's really like he's trying to persuade you that he's a good writer by narrating the story about what he did in that way. And this is the follow up story featuring the same characters and stuff. So I don't actually, and there's like a crossing over into another dimension kind of stuff, which makes it more supernatural than as boring as that. But this one's the number 1 for the second series. Here's the B cover. There's your C cover. Really nice watercolor. Here's number 2. And then I think it continued on after I pulled these down. So there's probably a 3 and 4 out there now. There was just a big gap between these 2 books and those. So I thought maybe they were just done. But the pandemic kind of like slowed it down. So I had a chance to just jump ahead. The Legends of the Dark Knight comes down. Okay. All right, this is a Behemoth Ubisoft collaboration called Watch Dogs Legion. It's based on, obviously, the video game Keep Calm and Resist. I'm just going to call that cover A because I'm not 100% certain right now. And I'm going to call that one B. And I'm going to call that one C. I'm going to call that one D. Watch Dogs Legion. No one wants to watch men fighting, huh? All right. Oh, this is a cool series. All right, hold on. Some of these you'll want just because they have cool covers, and some of them you want to maybe catch up. Heroes Reborn was a storyline that they did last year that a lot of people missed on accident. So you might want to go back and catch up on what happened in those books. This one is Heroes Reborn #1, Night Gwen. For fans of Gwen Stacy. Costume looks a little bit like Batwoman, but with a cape. And then of the tie-ins, this is Squadron Savage #1. I only have one copy of Squadron Savage. At least as far as I know. See if I can get them in order here for you. Oh, I lied. There's another Squadron Savage. 2, 1. Okay. So here is Heroes Reborn #1. Whatever happened to Earth's Mightiest Heroes. This one's #2. It says Invaders from the Negative Zone. And then this one is a #1 variant that looks like an old school card with Mephisto on it. And then I gotta figure out who this number is. Sorry, y'all. Oh, another variant. So this one has 2 variant cards. This one's the Blade variant. And then there's a Mephisto variant from #1. So they went double dipped on variants. And then there's straight up #6. I know what you're thinking. That looks like Wonder Woman. I don't make them, I just sell them. Okay. Black Hammer is going to come down.
This is a silly question, but it's semi-serious because there's
Sure.
a comic for everything.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a crossover between Spider-Gwen and No Doubt?
Not that I am aware of, but that would be kind of good.
The two Gwens.
The 2 Gwens fighting each other.
Something I would read.
All right, I have Fallen Angels #1 second printing for you guys that collect the second prints. Put those in that box again. She is in a rock band. She is. She's a drummer.
Spider-Gwen?
Spider-Gwen.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Hey Lou. How are you doing? For anybody that's brand new, I'm Miss Jen and Space Cadets Collection. We're going through a bunch of comic books. We're just selling them for cover price. Help you fill in holes in your collection. We do all our invoicing on Wednesdays. And if you fill out our cool form that's scrolling around here, just spacecadetscollection.com/regcbse. After the show, I will hunt down your email that you sent to me that way and send you a link with all of our shows so you can follow us for all of them, including our interview shows, our game shows, and all those things. And yeah, welcome. We're a very friendly bunch. You can ask questions. We're not going to ever be like, what? You don't know that thing? Because we were all new ones too. This is Fallen Angels #6. That's a B cover. Not to mention spider webs. Get Gwen Stefani on the line. Inferno #1 variant. Beautiful. Misty. The Man Among You goes down. Scare Hood 4. Someone's looking up there. Are you going through all of your back issues to make sure what you have? This is the right show for it. Fallen Angel goes around. Hey, Rel, there is just a tiny, well, that's like a real blown up show. You can't see it. That corner there has got a little bit of crunch to it. Just let me know if that's acceptable. It's not destroyed. It just has a little, And then Power Pack Outlawed #3. take my Giga down. I'm going to take my robot and go home.
I'm really excited to eventually read Jedi and Engine Wars. I'm like, those are definitely at the top of my list now. They just sound really interesting.
You say that until we have new book day next week, and then you'll be like, nope, something else is it.
I'll read a bunch of things at once.
All right, if you're filling in, okay, I got you. That's Chris Rail's book. Yeah, oh, and I'm sorry. It probably focused in really dumb spots. Spider-Man Noir #2. I love Spider-Man Noir, as played by full-on Nick Cage.
I know there was a Spider-Man Noir. I think I gotta read it.
That one's going to be tough to find as individual things, though. Hopefully we have a trade out there for you. Little mini-series they did called Sword. This one is #2. 5, 8, 9. And that's all those. Just be aware that right after this show, I go out and load out for getting ready to go to Comic Palooza. So I won't have, if you don't hear from me in the next couple of days, that's what's happening. We're at the show. I'm not ignoring you. I will get to your message if you message me. From Chip Zdarsky, this is Spider-Man Spider Shadow. I have #5. I have to go find the rest of the ice. I see you. Trying to escape. Character that's getting pretty prominent in the Marvel Universe. This is Star #3. And Star #5. Matter of fact, I think Star just stepped into the role this week. If you're, spoiler alerting, hold your thumbs in your ears. I think she stepped up into the role of Captain Marvel this week. Am I going to have a Saturday show this weekend? I doubt it, because the show is open out there until 8. So unless I can find someone here at the shop that can do it, I don't think I'll be able to. Normally, I'd say just do it from there, but they're going to close the sales floor at 8, and then they're going to kick us out. But maybe to make up for it, if you follow my personal page, my personal Facebook page, I might post up some stuff as, buy it now. So if I can find some cool stuff at the show for you guys. I have got Venom number 35/200. That's the Varege variant. I would tell you I'd water the floor for you guys, but I usually stand at my booth and don't move the whole show. And there is the A cover with I think that's called the Necro Sword. I could be wrong. I've been wrong. It was read many times. Ooh. Strike Force. This is a Teeny Howard written book. #1, 4, and 6. If you guys got to write or draw for any Marvel series, what would you pick? Like if you could do whatever you wanted with it. Ooh, here's a Shuri #5. I actually heard people like on an actual podcast or something this week saying that they didn't think that Shuri was going to end up being the Black Panther. Although we know that she's been on set for Black Panther too. Like that's what she's been doing. What else is she doing if she's not doing that?
Just chilling out on set.
I don't know. She got injured more than once, so it's clear that she's doing something physical. She get like injured while walking to craft services or something. Sensational Wonder Woman #2 and #4B.
I really like the idea that an actor is doing all these crazy action sequences, doing their own stunts and everything, and then they have to pause filming because they tripped walking to craft services.
Mm-hmm.
Just of all the things.
I'm sure it has got to have happened, yeah? At some point.
More than likely. There's something covered up.
Let's see. Actually, no one in the industry calls it craft services anymore. They call it crafty. All right, use that in a sentence because that doesn't make any sense. I'm going to go to the crafty. I'm feeling crafty.
What are you working on the film? Crafty.
Crafty. I'm going to.
Because actually, and now thinking about it, when I was working on a movie, they did call it crafty.
I'm going to crafty for a bagel. I just don't like that. That doesn't make any sense. I can understand saying I'm going to the craft table or.
Well, if you don't have a table, then and it's just two people walking around with food, then it kind of works.
Yeah.
I gotta find those people from Crafty. They have my food.
All right. This is the Mighty Valkyries, number 3 and 4. Thor is the rightful owner of this axe. She says, is he though? I'm eating crafty dinner. All right, well, Rubenstein, I believe y'all. I just think it sounds real derpy. Okay, I have got Jane Foster Valkyrie 2, and that is 10 Marvel Zombies variant and 10 regular. Now I'm hungry.
Hey, ask Crafty to run up to the gas station and get me my peanut M&Ms.
There you go. You better pull out all the green ones for me then, if I'm getting it from the crafty service. You must not have $1 million. Then you wouldn't have to eat craft dinner. All right, that's a joke, and so it means it's time for our break. It's our final break of the show. And we come back with a half an hour more of good stuff. I'll see you guys in just a second.
Get the inside scoop on everything happening at the experience every week. Join our mailing list by scanning the QR code at the bottom of the screen and then watching your email inbox.
Comic Collectibles is here for you every Wednesday with AR Comics for 2 very important reasons. To sell you rare, one-of-a-kind comics that you'll love, and to confuse AR with old man talk. You see, Rex and John are, how should I put this, ancient as the roots of the mountains. So every week, Rex and John fill in AR in yet another area of pop culture that he missed because he's too young, just didn't have the time, or just really doesn't care about. It's a real public service they provide. Come buy some super rare and unique comics, while old men explain long-dead sci-fi shows to a younger man making that confused puppy face. Every Wednesday from 6 to 8 Eastern with Rex, John, and AR Comics. Comic Collectibles on The Experience. Comic culture and sales.
Who would win, Batman or Superman? It's the age-old debate, except it's so much more complicated than that. Nerd Killer Warfare every week on The Experience is your chance to debate other nerds in the questions we've all been asking for years, except we take those debates and turn them up to 11. Go to bit.ly/EXP casting or scan the QR code to be part of the show.
And sorry, Climate, I didn't see you until after I'd already said goodbye on the last break. So, hi, Justin. How are you doing? We're having fun just going through backstock. You guys grab it up for your missing spots in your collection. I've got Reptile, which is actually a lovely series. Number 2, 3, and 4. It's about this boy who can like form himself in any kind of dinosaur parts he wants. Kind of a fun power, yeah. Do you want to answer the question which Marvel book they'd like to write? Change? Oh, snap. I've got America Chavez, number 4. That's the variant. You want to do Howard the Duck? That'd be fun. And number 5 variant. Look, it's them together, just like they're going to be together. It's almost like there was a comic book about it before it happens. This is an interesting theme that they are continuing on with. This is, they've been doing like characters in mech suits and stuff for Marvel for a little while. Avengers Mech Strike, number 1 variant. Then Avengers Tech On Avengers, number 5. There is the Peach Momoko variant. Just a regular old cover 5 Wolverine. I got you, Brandon. And then Peach Momoko number 6, which has a battle ready Black Panther. I still love that commercial for the collectible show. With like the as old as the roots of the mountain or whatever part. It still makes me laugh. Ooh, some good old Nazi smashing by the invaders. I like it. Do your invaders include the Namor? One wants to know. I also have Non-Stop Spider-Man number 1 variant. Which Non-Stop Spider-Man midstream became some other Spider-Man. There was another name they called it.
I misread that. I thought it said Stop Spider-Man.
Stop Spider-Man. Children of the Atom, number 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. Oops. Then I've got Dark Agnes. Watch out, she uses magic. Savage, thank you. I was trying to think of like they scratched it out and then they put some other word on there. There's number 1 for Dark Agnes and number 2. This is Robert E. Howard. Piratey. Fallen Angels comes down. Hey, I got some more Valkyrie. I also have Jane Foster Valkyrie number 2, more copies. I got the Union number 3. Noir comes down. Ah! I can't wait to watch finish Miss Marvel, but I don't know when I'm going to get to do it. Sometime after this weekend. John Walker, U.S. Agent, number 3. And number 5. And Josh says, of course, for me, part of the appeal of the invaders is heroes from the timely Atlas era. It hasn't been minded enough. Yeah. I wonder if they think that we won't like them because they're not our modern stuff. You just need to teach us the way. I have Werewolf by Night, number 4. Did I hear a meow? Was that somebody?
Yeah, I thought I heard that too.
I was like, I don't know where the meow came from. It sounded like it was right here.
I didn't want to mention it because it's like, no, I'm definitely going crazy. I didn't hear meow.
Way of X, number 2. That is the variant. The Way of X focused in on Nightcrawler and the religious aspects of Krakoa. I bet you it's one of those kids making noises. And not us both hearing ghost cats.
That was a really good meow, though. It's legal.
Oh, so close to making an actual run. Okay. Oh, and I got a Fallen Angels number 4. Do I have Fallen Angels up here? I feel like I did.
You definitely did.
Man. Watch, it'll just be far enough away that I can't find it to put it together with this one. Aha, I found it! Yay. Mm-hmm. Okay, Forrest says, I probably want to write something with the Jamie Madrox X Factor team. That would be good. More Madroxes, the better. And run by Peter David. All right, Crush and Lobo. I have the number 1 Pride. Number 3 is obviously Omagi. Got number 4. This is dad and daughter here. 5. He's drinking some nuclear waste. 6. Should you read Multiple Man? Is that a good run for him to start with for Jamie? What do you think, Forrest? Number 6. As a 7 variant. 7. And an awesome 8 variant. Okay, we got one more box. Okay, this one is Coffin Bound, issue 1, second print. I think what I remember about this is this woman wants to die, but she's not allowed to or something. The whole series, I think she's trying to be dead.
You have me at the title.
Just Coffin Bound, that's all it needs, huh?
Yep. If it's remotely horror related, so, oh yeah, sure.
Here, Brandon. I didn't know if you had that one already. There we go. Just trying to find a place where I know I am at a different part of the collection here. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. Here's a number 1 Circuit Breaker. Have I seen any Saga books traded in recently? No, I haven't had any Saga runs come in. That'd be nice. I would love that. Spy Island comes down. So what you and Alfie create if Marvel gave you free run? Oh, okay. Alfie, what do you want? You want to do something you would want to mess with?
Admittedly, I haven't read very much Marvel, and I can't tell, like, oh, I like this universe, so I want to do this with it. But, I mean, pretty much just give me anything. Even, like, the weird, like, oh, we haven't touched that in years.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to make it spooky.
Oh.
Just anything. Whether it be, like, actual serious spooky, like this is meant to scare you, or camp, fun, Elvira type. Just anything like that.
And then Forrest also follows up his description and says it also has the oddball characters he hangs with, Wolfsbane, Guido, and Quicksilver. And we all know I would write Cyclops. Man, I would like to retcon that character. Yeah. I would do that. This is Mark Millar's Chrononauts #1.
Okay, well, now I really want to draw a spooky Cyclops. But then I don't want to waste so much time on Cyclops.
That guy just doesn't stay dead. Just make the last 40 years of Cyclops be a scroll. Well, I mean, the problem is he's already had, not necessarily a scroll, but like for a while after he died, the White Queen was like pretending to be him. Like everyone thought that that's who it was, but it was not what was going on. Auntie Agatha's Home for Wayward Rabbits #1. I feel like I could go in and write it so that it doesn't seem like I'm just trying to mess with history. Might figure out a way to make him a sympathetic character. 6 Sidekicks of Trigger Keaton by Kyle Starks. There is a #1. There is a big number B cover, and it says Plastic Surgery Nightmares. Kyle S. caught on drug video. That's funny. They're making fun of the writer. Trigger Keaton, action hero or action nightmare. And then this is the Pride cover.
Okay. Actually, you know what? This feels like something that already exists. But X-Men, but as wrestlers.
X-Men, but as wrestlers.
And I would base some of them off of wrestlers that I like or already exist.
There you go.
Like Storm would definitely be Jade Cargill because Jade is she's got a superhero body. If they ever do another X-Men movie, I want her to be Storm.
Oh, okay. That'd be good. Oh, you want me to break his ankles? That's not good enough. He needs to be changed fundamentally. You'd buy that book where you just beat him up. I don't know if you guys watched Jupiter's Legacy. I actually really loved it, and I was heartbroken when I found out they weren't going to go to another season because it's very boys-esque. But here, if you wanted to read something that happens after the series, you can get Jupiter's Legacy Requiem. This is #1. Juggernaut is the big show. That makes sense. There's a variant cover. We'll call it B. There's C. D. E. And F. This is just my reminder to go watch the show. I can't remember what network it's on, so it's not a very good recommendation. My bad.
I thought that was an Amazon one.
All right, bye, Chris. We only have like 12 minutes left anyway, so you hung out for a good long time. Saint Mercy is an interesting tale where it's told in 2 different points of time. One is this girl who has been chosen to be sacrificed as a Mayan sacrifice, and this girl who is in the Old West. And the storylines do tie together, but they're independently told. It's really creative. This one is #1.
Jupiter's Legacy is on Netflix.
Netflix. No wonder I've watched it. Netflix is my jam. Most nights it's on all night at my house. Okay. Got some recent Avengers, including number 34, which is part of the Age of Khonshu. There's an Eternal who poses a pro wrestler called Vampiro. Oh, that would work. And this is number 35, which is Khonshu Part 3. 38, that's a Phoenix variant. 39, Enter the Phoenix Prologue. Number 40, Enter the Phoenix Part 1. And this one is an $8 variant design cover, which has Phoenix Namor, Phoenix Wolverine, and Phoenix Captain America. The storyline is when they're the Phoenix Force is trying to choose a new champion. All of them lost. Spoiler alert. The thing run back in the day was the Wrestling Federation. I know that they had a storyline. I think maybe it was a Luke Cage storyline, or I can't remember if it was Luke Cage or Sam when he was kind of in between being Captain America. There was a whole wrestling storyline. I can't remember who was the main character. Sorry. Nomen Omen, which I did not read, but everyone I've talked to says they like it. This is number 1. 1B. Uh-oh. Don't go out. Lights. Just wait. And number 8, that is the Pride cover. Oh, that's already a thing that actually exists? I thought we were just making stuff up. That's cool. Now we got some wrestling fans. I love it. Trial of Magneto, number 1. This is when they find the Scarlet Witch dead. And that's not a big deal because they can just resurrect her. But then it's all about trying to figure out who did it. They all assume that it's Magneto. There's a lot of twists and turns in it. It's a good story. Here is Peach Momoko cover for that same book. Sorry, I always forget that I'm like holding it where you can't see it.
Yeah, and I sometimes will sit right here, but then I'm blocking the door just in case. So.
And that one is the John Romita Jr. cover. Yeah, I just don't know if I have very many. Triple B probably, and I really think they might all be sold because I know in the last week the runs that we've had listed on eBay and all of we had some X23 related like True Believers, they've all been selling like in bulk. People have been just buying all of it. So I would, if I were you, and this is something for everybody else if they want to, that little link that we have, the Space Cadets Collection.com and then the /. If you just do the Space Cadets Collection.com at the top there, it'll have a shop online tab. And then you can go and use that, look at the eBay page and just Shopify and just look up X23. It'll pull up everything we have. And then you can just choose it from there and tell them you want to put it in your live pile. And then they'll get you all hooked up. And there's number 3. Got that one last copy of America Chavez number 4 variant. No one's going to grab it. Okay, Justice League Last Ride number 6. We haven't had any real DC today, have we? Okay, Justice League Incarnate. Who is Dr. Multiverse? That is number 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. I don't know why that was not pulled as a run. Someone wants to run, that's good. But otherwise, it's going to go back to Runsville. So usually when we pull things off the rack, make things into runs that can be made into runs. Because you can buy them in our run sale. Mr. Miracle, Source of Freedom. This one is number 3. There's number 4B by Juniba cover. And number 4. It's crazy. I think this is exactly the right amount of things that I pulled for this show. How is that possible? I'd be down to the last minute. All right, I'm going to go backwards for this. This is X-Men Variant Edition number 1. Number 20 with Nimrod on the front cover. Number 18. 18, Black History Month. 17. 14. 13. This is all part of the X of Swords. 11. 10. 8. 6. 5. 'This is a number 1 Young Guns by Marco Cicchetto. And regular number 1 X-Men. This is the Hickman run that everyone talks about. And number 1, that is the party variant by Mark Brooks, which is just $5. That gets us all the way around to the end of the board. Anyone else have any questions in our last couple minutes? Do make sure that you've still filled out the form. If you want to have our information, like where we're going to be in when, so you can have the links to our shows. Also, make sure, if you can, to subscribe, especially to the YouTube channel. But if you're watching on Facebook, you can ring the bell so you can get notifications for when we go live so you don't ever miss. Triple B, I hope I get some X-23 books in for you someday. People tend to hold on to those.
I think I've only seen one on the show a while ago.
Yeah. People grab them up. Maybe Triple B bought them. So, yep. Next up is Space Cadets. My awesome staff gets together and shoots a show every single Thursday for you guys so that you can enjoy getting to hear them talk about current events and what they liked and what they were reading and watching. And they were a lot of fun. And it's not much of your time. And then I think after that, we're going to do a rebroadcast of an awesome Nerd Killer Warfare, which is our debate show, which is different than what you think. It's not the boring kind of debate show. Starring people you might know, because sometimes people from the network come and are on the show. You should sign up for the show so that we have a batch of contestants, because it's only 4 players at a time, and one of them wins $50 worth of stuff from me. It's a credit you get to use in the store, so even online and for live shows. All right, everyone, thank JD. Did an awesome job today on our crazy show. Pray for us as we load this truck that we don't get rained on and that we don't get hurt. Everyone say thanks to Alfie. Give hearts to Alfie for helping get everything into your piles. I appreciate you guys so much. I will see you guys next on the experience on Monday. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Are you a comic creator? Are you a publisher? Do you make a comic book product? Do you own a retail store? Do you do something I haven't thought of? Who are you and what do you do? Let us know by advertising on the experience and invite our viewers to patronize your product. Message the EXP on social media or email us _EXP@yahoo.com for more details.